Cars flying and smashing into others. Trains wrecking trucks like they're nothing. People getting thrown from cars in wild crashes. Cars flipping like crazy on the highway. These are the most insane crashes ever caught on camera that will leave you speechless. This is visual evidence of a butterfly effect. But that's not as crazy as this accident. The driver's scream says everything. In New Jersey, a guy was driving when everything changed in an instant. This speeding car crashed and everything went to chaos. Looks bad, but not as bad as this crash in Ukraine. In Missouri, a dashcam captured the exact moment when everything went wrong.
Oh shit.
In Russia, a dashcam captured an accident that shattered everything in its path. But that's not as crazy as this accident in Honduras. But this crash was more nightmarishly. Speaking of disasters, this one was the disaster. This crash was catastrophic. Here, we have the luckiest driver. In Japan, a driver's dashcam caught a crash that was totally unexpected. In Canada, a driver caught an unforeseen accident that took everyone by surprise.
Oh my God. Holy.
A similar case occurred in Utah.
1-0 Colorado. Well, if you want to talk about perfect execution of how you were to set up getting your leadoff guy on and then having a contact getting second who can use the whole field.
Joey.
3-1 pitch, you have confidence that LeMahieu is going to hit a strike.
In Australia, a driver caught the exact moment where everything ended in a total mayhem. In Poland, a security cam captured a crash that went extremely wrong. Speaking of security cameras, this Brazilian one caught a wild crash. But that's nothing compared to this Polish wreck. In the Czech Republic, a crash that no one saw coming happened. This black car simply gave up. This Turkish driver caught a crash that ended in total mayhem. After seeing this accident, I will not cross an intersection for a while. This impatient driver got instant karma. But this crash was even worse.
What was the crash there?
In Nicaragua, a driver was waiting at an intersection when suddenly this happened. Speaking of intersections, this wreck went totally wrong. This Oklahoma driver caught a crash that turned into a nightmare.
Chryście Boże! Och, Chryście!
A surveillance camera in Romania caught a crash that ended in ruins. In Russia, a dashcam caught a crash that led to disaster. This driver has the best reflexes. This crash left a mess no one could ignore. Or this driver got sleep, or he is the most distracted of the whole world. This guy was recording a burning bus, but suddenly this happened. A white van tried to overtake, but this happened. Looks horrific, but this one was even more. This trucker captured a crash that ended in the worst way possible. In Israel, one guy was driving when suddenly this occurred.
Заебал вот это вот, блядь!
But it wasn't the only wreck that took place in Israel. This crash was so violent, it was hard to believe.
Somebody's fucking watching me.
Imagine being the taxi's passenger.
Is that man okay? Oh, geez, that man, that poor man. Oy,
You see that?
oy, that
Yes.
poor man.
In China, a driver caught a wild head-on collision. This truck totally destroyed a car. This is a movie-like crash. But this one was even more surprising. In Canada, an accident created chaos that couldn't be missed. Speaking of chaos, in Poland, a car ended in the worst way possible. This white minivan lived a nightmare.
para acelerar sus 40 palos ya de trayectoria musical y por supuesto su reciente incorporación al Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Fíjate que la semana que viene...
And they're stuck. Then the people who didn't make it, who I couldn't interview. what might have gone through their mind, and at a time when...
You fucking idiot.
In Australia, this truck unintentionally did a pit maneuver. This accident almost ended in a fatal way. This is the most shocking crash I've ever seen. Everything almost ended in the worst way possible when this truck lost control. Speaking of losing control, this dash cam recorded exactly the same. I feel bad for this dash cam. This red car almost faced death. But this T-bone was more insane. Speaking of T-bones, this one left nothing but chaos. This is one of the most epic chases I've ever seen.
No, they don't. OHP is going to take over this pursuit. They're gonna... Oh! Oh, wow. They're still trying to take this car out. There's nobody behind it. We've got 4 patrol cars, 2 more coming up, so hopefully they can put an end to this right here. This is a great time to put an end to it. Okay. Yeah, this will be a felony.
Speaking of chases, this one in Ohio was epic too.
Blackmail, great short.
At least cows are free. In the UK, the Sussex Police Department shared a video of a drunk driver, and it's a good reminder to not drive under the effects of alcohol. One of the most satisfying road karma I've ever witnessed.
The fuck? Okay.
But that's not as crazy as this South African chase. South Africa drivers are wild. Look at this crash.
Ons verleng was onderstaan te verduideliken hoe my nie persoonlik verantwoordelik gehou moet word vir die verkeerlike afdanking van die 8 joernaliste nie. Dit is nadat ons verleng se bedryfsbesluit gebaseer het by die SABC se bedryfswoord gepas. Sina Venter is later oorlede met haar familie wat sê sy het aan alkohol gely met verergernis nadat sy...
This is the scariest POVs I've ever seen.
Oh no. Holy shit.
This fleeing car demolished everything before it. In Texas, a Tesla cam recorded a crash that was really unexpected. But that's not the only crash that happened in Texas. A guy from India recorded a crazy driver, but the worst part was yet to come. A friendly reminder to check your car regularly. chase in Arkansas, something inevitable happened. Speaking of Arkansas, this state trooper detected a truck doing 107 miles per hour in a 60 miles per hour zone. The trooper tried to stop him, but he made the worst decision.
Red light for a second before taking off again and running the red light. The vehicle continued westbound on Highway 78, going into a highly populated area.
They stopped. B30 Commerce. 1037. Be Arkansas 028, Union King 0. Be a great Dashcam.
The trucker pushed on a bit longer, but, well, he wasn't the best driver.
TVI. Roll over.
In Washington, a wild chase started and ended with wild pit maneuvers.
You ready to get this guy, Manny? Yeah.
This chase in Florida was good too.
Just lost a tire going northbound Centerville, speed 40. Dead. Copy that. Worked its way out of the pit. Copy recovered.
Looks crazy, but not as crazy as this one. The fleeing car was so fast, so the spikes were inevitable.
Everything, we got stop 6 ahead of you, stop 6 ahead of you. Stop 6 are successful, stop 6 are successful. Come on, yeah, 1033 traffic, 1033 traffic, stop 6 are successful.
This is the cleanest pit maneuver I've ever seen. This might just be the first crash where the hit car actually drove away. This accident probably traumatized this Russian driver for life. But not as traumatizing as this one.
Боже мой, разгони куда-нибудь. Вот это мы поехали. Он прям вон там, и это самое, мамочки мои.
Imagine you are already running late for work when you suddenly come across this.
Yes, we're in the new covenant, the church age time. When Jesus turns, we're going to the millennial reign. That'll be another dispensation and have different aspects to it. And then after the millennial reign, there's going to be another one called eternity.
Most drivers don't realize that aquaplaning can be very dangerous. Or this one that happened in Maryland.
Oh shit.
But water conditions can be just as dangerous as snowy roads.
Be coming up on it here in a second. I'm southbound at the 144.
Uh, 534, 1486. Okay, I've got 7 or 8 vehicles supposedly up 31, 271 southbound past 77.
Speaking of snow, this driver definitely isn't a fan. Anyways, South America has their problems too. In Peru, an illegal street racing ended in a very shocking way. But not only in Peru, in Chile, a rally competition ended in a tragedy. Back in the USA, the Missouri Highway Patrol captured a moment where surprisingly, no one got injured.
Esa tarjeta tiene su información. El mío, el de él. Ajá. This is the crash. Watch out! Whoa! Hey, help him right now! We just had another roll.
This Japanese highway accident shocked everyone who witnessed it. The chaos continues in Asia, as you can see with this China accident. But USA accidents don't fall behind. In Florida, a trooper's dash cam captured a moment that took an astonishing turn. This has to be the first car jump scare in the whole story. This clip is a quick reminder to always follow traffic laws. Imagine just relaxing while driving when a fleeing car slams into you violently.
Shit! Oh. God damn it! Oh.
In Mexico, a shocking accident on the highway left a dramatic outcome.
I think we might have contact in here. Where's your lemon? That's it. Contact!
not surprising to you because you study this deeply, that if you have a Syrian military that is committed to killing its people indiscriminately,
Look at what they did. They lit buses on fire, limousines on fire.
In Arizona, a truck thought he was chasing another, or wasn't fully awake. This white car driver almost got hit by the other car. This three-vehicle collision shocked the whole Waxahachie City community in Texas.
Life without owning a car. Apparently, an increasing number of Americans, especially young Americans, are getting by quite nicely without having a car of their own. In fact, the Public Interest Research Group, or PIRG, just did a study that ranks cities in terms of how many residents are car-free, or at least largely car-free, and the technology.
This truck driver captured this moment that reminds us why road rage is a bad thing. In Oregon, a deputy was patrolling the roads, which ended in a fatal way. Speaking of police, during a Minnesota police emergency backup, a patrol car lost control, and this happened
That's the crash.
But that's not as crazy as what occurred to this red vehicle. This red car lived the worst nightmare a car could live while driving on the interstate. In New Hampshire, a driver captured the shocking moments of a rollover crash. T-bones can take a deadly turn, proven by this North Carolina accident. Or like this one in New Jersey. Some cars are just innocents, like this blue car in Arizona. This crash in Texas was far more intense than anyone could have anticipated. But this one in Canada is more brutal. Most people think pit maneuvers are great, and they are totally right.
Alright, then we're going to go left on 120 or 400.
Anyways, some pit maneuvers need more than one attempt.
Alright, slow down, you might get off here. Exit Central.
Copy, exit Central.
Back off a little bit then. Occupied at least three times. I know I was going in the wrong lane, but the speeds are down on this pit up here in the corner.
Spots 216 and 21. Watch out. Copy, going to be attempting to pit. Going the wrong lane. Traffic is on Central. Kennedy Central Squad 6, take channel 1, Central Squad 2-1.
Hit visual 1 again.
Copy, pitted, still going.
Your incident has been updated.
There you go, go to me. 49 cell phone. Continuing southbound. Everybody's overhead. We got a fifth individuals running eastbound towards Atlas staffing. Same route eastbound.
One of the most coward's things you could do is fleeing from your responsibilities, like this blue car driver. In California, a dash cam recorded chaotic moments before a disaster. Imagine you are driving back to your home when you unexpectedly witness this.
There it is being spent. The Phillies spent $300 million on Trey Turner. The Padres were willing to give more than that. They were willing to give about $400 million for Aaron Judge. You saw an aging reliever just got from the Red Sox. Jameson Taillon from the Cubs. Wilson Contreras from the Cardinals. So the Yankees didn't do anything that...
For almost every episode. Hey, coming up next, her hair crank. I only said it one time, but people think it's all I talked about. Now
it's so funny. I think of when I said when I introduced you to my wife, I said these are niggas.
Right. It's because they play the over and over.
Oh, cops coming for you, buddy. Oh, you think you're gonna get away?
we need a new car, or like another car. But I just want to have one car, okay? You can have one car. When your bitch breaks down, don't you come and cry into me because you don't have an extra
Oh my god, there was just an accident in front of me.
The housing options there. So if they wanted to make it 300, they could. They just have to get the funding or whatever. But that's the idea, not to lock everybody up. And to begin with, I believe the idea is not to go out and prevent arrest like people.
Oh my God.
He's been off work, healing up after this accident caught on his truck's dash cam.
This woman dash cam captured an accident where the other driver runned a stop sign.
Oh my God!
In Seattle, one guy was driving his car when this suddenly happened.
Everyone do it, 233.
In California, this guy recorded a high-speed chase that ended in a dramatic way.
Holy sh! Damn! What the f***? Holy sh!
But this is not the only accident caught on a phone. In Spain, a truck tried to drive through a bend, but this happened. In Illinois, this driver captured the exact moment when an overconfident driver led to a disaster.
Let's see. I put my turn signal on to go there. There in a little bit. Oh. I got that on video.
However, this crash is not as shocking as this one in Florida. Ejections can be fatal, but luckily for this Russian driver, that wasn't the case. And for some reason, most of the recorded ejections are from Russia.
Ой, нихуя.
Едь, газуй. Алло, здравствуйте. Ой,
If you want to have more luck than him, then you should definitely subscribe to this channel. This driver lost control on Indonesian roads, and this happened. Anyways, that's not the worst accident that occurred in Indonesia. This driver thought speeding through the streets like a highway was a good idea. Weather conditions could affect the roads, and this accident in Texas wasn't the exception. On a Nevada highway, a drowsy truck driver's failure to stop led to a shocking crash. In North Miami Beach, shocking footage captures the moment a bright line train slams into a car.
Whoa!
In Kansas City, dashcam footage captures a brutal crash as a Honda Pilot comes out on top. In Ohio, a deputy's mistake sent a truck crashing into a store. In Japan, this security camera recorded one of the worst crashes I've ever seen. But that's not the only crash recorded on a security camera. This driver stopped for a moment when his dash cam suddenly recorded this. In South Africa, a car lost control, and all the following catastrophic scenes were recorded by this truck's dash cam. This crazy driver caused havoc on California's freeway. But that's not as shocking as this T-bone in Serbia. But T-bones can happen between more than just cars.
Komm, jetzt kracht's doch gleich. Hier, jetzt kracht's, jetzt kracht's!
These pedestrians saved their lives because of their reaction. In Israel, a surveillance camera recorded this. But this rear end in Israel was really bad too. Speaking of rear ends, this one in Canada could have been completely avoided.
Doesn't fucking speed up, you cunt. Oh, Sam. Fuck me.
Brake failures have to be one of the worst nightmares for drivers, but for this Peruvian, it was a reality. In Brazil, this woman parked his car and got out, and it literally saved her life. Same case for this accident in New York. But this accident at a Russian intersection was wild too. Still in Russia, this guy was driving, and suddenly he witnessed this. Going back to the USA, in New Jersey, a security cam recorded this accident. However, this one was worse than the other one. In California, this accident left the cars badly damaged. This Oklahoma driver recorded the moment where this car ran into tire trouble. The driver tried to overtake a car, but it ended up tricking them. For some reason, this white car lost its patience. In Texas, this truck gave quite a scare to the driver. But that's not as crazy as literally making your dash cam bug for a second.
Fucking hell. Well done. Fucking dumb fuck. You'll get out with
Whoa!
Car sugar detected.
But that's not the craziest accident captured in Georgia. Now going to the country of Georgia, on a highway, a driver witnessed this. Near Georgia, in Russia, a car was going through the streets when another vehicle suddenly appeared. Back in North America, in Canada, this rear end could have ended worse for the driver recording. But that's not the worst accident that occurred in Canada. Now, in the USA, this T-bone in Illinois was wild. Speaking of T-bones, this one in Texas was bad too. We should talk about the danger of driving on an intersection in the US. But honestly, it's more about the driver's behavior than the intersections themselves. After a road interchange, this driver's car almost got destroyed. During a pursuit, the fleeing car ended badly after hitting an innocent motorist. But this pursuit in China ended better with this maneuver. This truck could have ended unfavorably, but hopefully the road was empty.
In half a mile, turn right onto FM 1172. South to Michael Road 1172.
In Malaysia, this car was driving normally when this happened. This car tried to overtake on a curve. Anyways, this driver in Thailand witnessed a nightmare when he tried to change lanes. Foggy windows are uncomfortable, but for this New Jersey driver, it could have ended worse. In Indiana, a calm intersection turned into an accident because of this blue truck. In Nebraska, a similar case happened. But that's not as crazy as losing a side mirror. However, this crash in Romania ended way worse than the others. In Hawaii, this surveillance cam recorded this.
Perfect. Got it perfectly.
Oh.
behind truck spots could turn out to be the worst of the nightmares for motorists. These types of accidents are really common. A friendly reminder that road rages are not good. In Minnesota, a dash cam captured one of the most dangerous moments on the road. But this crash in Virginia was bad too. This red truck thought this was a chase and pit maneuvered an innocent car. One of the worst things that could happen is rolling your car, as you can see in this video. Or this one too. In India, this car tried to speed up, but it ended really badly. This guy was driving on the street when, at an intersection, this happened. In Northern Ireland, a police car was chasing a car when an unexpected outcome occurred. Thanks to this multicam video, you can see the nightmare this blue car lived. In the Netherlands, on a freeway, this accident ended terribly. But that's not the worst accident caught in the Netherlands. In this intersection, two drivers were trying to do the same thing, but they did it at the same time. Speaking of intersections, this crash in Canada was almost identical. T-bones can be mortal, but luckily this one in Arizona didn't end up being anything major. This Japanese driver witnessed a jump scare on a highway. In a shocking moment, a suspected drunk driver T-bones an SUV and tries to flee. This white car driver almost got hit by the other car. In Mexico, a shocking accident on the highway left a dramatic outcome.
Nobody else, they're not coherent to what's going on around them. They think everything is a game. Look at what they did. They lit buses on fire, limousines on fire.
But this crash in Malaysia was worse. And if this video surprised you, the next one will be even more shocking. In Japan, this driver captured a crash that shattered everything in its path. Although they're known for their calm attitude, their crashes are absolutely chaotic. This Nevada guy was driving on the highway when suddenly this happened. But this crash in Bulgaria was way worse. This drunk driver almost cost this Dashcam owner their life.
Oh God! Oh fuck! Oh.
In Oregon, this person was driving back home when life decided to take an unexpected turn. This crash left a mess no one could ignore. In Wyoming, a family trip turned into a disaster. In Russia, a police patrol lost control and everything went terribly wrong.
Аналогичный пример. Автомобиль, но, правда, он не выдает 400, а выдает 220. Называется Чинган CS-95. И может быть даже плюс. Очень даже может быть. Нет, просто 95. Без всяких плюсов.
But that's not the worst accident that occurred in Russia. This car tried to save a few seconds, but now he needs to spend his savings to repair the car. The same scenario played out in Japan. But this crash in Indonesia left the driver horrified. Not that far away, in Thailand, this crash left everyone in shock. Back in the USA, in Colorado, this driver was waiting for the green light when suddenly this happened.
Oh, shoot!
What?
Car accident.
A similar story for this Washington driver at this intersection, but this time, the Dashcam owner was the one who paid the price. Because of this idiot, more than one car got damaged. This RV tried to cut off the trucker, and it ended in the worst possible way. In New York, both rear and front cameras caught a crash that led to disaster. Exactly the same happened to this South Carolina driver. In Croatia, one wrong move turned everything into a disaster. But that's not as catastrophic as this crash in Georgia. Imagine you're peacefully driving back home when this happens to you.
County 19, 1050.
In Pakistan, a surveillance camera caught a crash that nobody saw coming. But that's not as crazy as this crash in California. This Brazilian surveillance camera caught one of the worst crashes I've ever seen. In the Czech Republic, this multiple vehicle collision shocked everyone. But that's not the only shocking moment caught in the Czech Republic. This is the unluckiest pedestrian worldwide. This guy's ride turned into a nightmare. This driver got sleepy, and now you'll see why that's a terrible idea. Weather conditions can be your worst nightmare. Head-on collisions are horrible, as you can see in this video. In Spain, a dashcam captured that nobody saw coming. But that's not as crazy as this T-bone. But that's not the worst T-bone caught on a dash cam. This video is a friendly reminder to pay attention while driving.
Seeing each other and doing the right thing, so it just shows, you know, whatever happens, we gotta keep.
This dash cam owner is surely traumatized for life. This car ended in ruins.
Oh, for picking up anything new, you mean? Oh, I did about I started at 5:30, so I've picked 2 or 3 times since then. Oh my goodness, I'm just seeing a wreck in front of me. Oh my God, that's a bad wreck. Oh my Lord.
In California, a dash cam recorded a train crash that ended in a total mayhem.
Oh my God.
This crash left nothing but wreckage on the roads. But this is not as shocking as this one. The state trooper was in his patrol car when suddenly this happened. Looks bad, but not as bad as this one. In India, this dash cam captured a crash that ended in a fatal way. But that's not as tragic as this one in South Africa. In Vietnam, a security cam captured the exact moment where everything turned into a nightmare. Of all the accidents, this is the worst one I can think of. This truck was driving when suddenly this happened. In the UK, this guy was driving on the highway when he witnessed this. But that's not the only crash caught in the UK. In Connecticut, police detected a stolen car, and this happened
Stop the car!
Intersection accidents can be wild, but this one was just stupid. When I was referring to wild intersection accidents, I was talking about this. But this one was worse. Because of these idiots, these bikers could have ended up very bad. This crash was totally unexpected. The award for the fastest police car goes to this one in New York. That last crash was wild, but nothing compared to this one. While taking a curve, this truck driver faced death.
Я вижу. Пизда на. Заднюю.
But not as deadly as this one in the Czech Republic.
Ty vole, bouračka jako kráva. Ty vole, já jsem naboural.
This chase in Florida was wild. In Chile, this bus was parked when everything went terribly wrong. State troopers were traffic stopping as always when this happened.
David, Boy, 2822995.
They tried to flee, but they forgot they were in Arkansas. But that's not the only wild police chase that occurred in Arkansas.
Right here, ready for it. I think I'm behind you. Now get out of my way, I'll TV out.
That's right, keep it up.
TVI. He's still rolling.
TVI still rolling.
The deputy tried to stop the driver, but the pursued car had other plans.
1140 in the box over to Memphis. He's still rolling behind me. We're catching traffic.
Okay, go
You live, Memphis. You're going up.
10-4.
The suspect vehicle fled to South Parkway in Memphis, Tennessee, before ultimately wrecking due to damage sustained in the TVI attempts. Antonio Grace, the suspect, was taken into custody without further incident. In Russia, a U-turn went to a complete fail. But this one also in Russia was fatal too. After a failed traffic stop for speeding, police officers did a great job after a short chase.
Avenue North, still northbound.
Copy, still northbound Brooklyn Boulevard, passing Unity Avenue North, 216.
We are going westbound on Zane. Westbound on Zane, pit.
Westbound on Zane,
In Georgia, police tried to stop a suspect, but he made the worst decision.
Get down!
3110, 1018. Get down, stop! Drivers, going southbound on
Right on Bethel.
Although the suspect fled for minutes, the car couldn't take it any longer. But that's not the only chase that occurred in Georgia. This is why you should never try to outrun the police. Deputies were notified that a vehicle involved in an armed robbery was in their area, so the chase was inevitable.
Hey, radio standby.
You went left on that way? 19 Dodson, 2619 Dodson.
Take your southbound middle. Radio attempted 10. We're still southbound. I will be in front of the Georgia Campus Convention Center. Show our name. 16 all call. 16 all call. Show our name. 16 all call. 16 all call. 16 all call. 16 all call.
Despite the car's condition, both suspects are safe and even tried to flee, but they are in custody right now. This road rage in the UK is just stupid. This maneuver during a chase in Ohio left nothing but chaos. But that's not as crazy as this chase in Arkansas.
They hit the inside wall. They roll over. Give me EMS started. Got the number 30.